The Me Too movement has changed women a lot, so men have chosen to stay silent and, in some cases, not approach women anymore. Given how insane today's world is, playing it safe is way better than risking your life to get a date. The juice is not worth the squeeze, and the rise of MGTOW is nothing but a consequence of women who create drama and victimhood out of nowhere. Look, I'm not talking about modest women who get approached by real creeps. These girls indeed are not looking for male attention and validation and prefer being pure and not objectified. In contrast, other women, including but not limited to models from a site that starts with Oli, do objectify themselves but get uncomfortable when other men just look at them. These girls show their bodies and even private parts on the internet, but real-life interactions are a frightening experience for them. A man approaching a woman like this might be asking for directions or where a specific gym machine is, but instead, she'll think this guy is trying to harass her. In other less extreme cases, she might think that a guy who looks at her is just a creep. Well, maybe he was just looking at something or someone else. Leave your fat ego at the door. These kinds of situations have inspired me to make this video, so today I'll talk about modern day women who think that all men are evil, potential criminals, and creeps just for looking at them. Plus, all this gets even crazier when the woman at hand objectifies herself and calls those who objectify her creeps, weirdos, or predators. Stick around because I'm sure you're going to love this one. But before we go deeper, let me share the comment of the day. Shout out to Christopher Anderson. He said, "Equal rights, equal lefts. If he was a horse and she slapped it, it would kick her. And everyone watching would say, well, that was predictable. Call an ambulance. If she slapped a cow and got gored, they would say, wow, who does that? Call an ambulance. But if she hits a man and he fires back with a hook, they say, wow, what a creep, or more appropriately, what a psycho, call the cops." You're absolutely right. It's natural to fight back, but unfortunately we as men are not afforded that same privilege, even if it would seem as if they're deserving of it. Always walk away from these kinds of women, and if you're not sure what we're talking about, check our last video next. Please, Chris, don't forget to reach out to us by email to claim your $5. As usual, guys, I'll pick one comment from each video. It may be the funniest, the most liked, or one that touched me, so don't forget to leave a comment and you may be our next winner. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons too, as it helps a lot. And now, back to the video. Embrace your masculinity. Let's go back to the basics for a moment, shall we? The phrase, dress to impress, is not a coincidence, and surely not just a catchy rhyme. Whether they know it or not, women implement it when going out to the club or a wedding. In fact, nature operates like that. The female shows herself, i.e. advertises she's available for reproduction, and the males fight against each other to reproduce with her. This is a very primitive form of hypergamy, and come to think of it, humans are no different. Well, humans are supposedly rational creatures, so they can hold themselves back and control their urges and all that good stuff. If you do all this, you are practicing monk mode. In practice, many men chase women like there's no tomorrow, and many women choose to dress provocatively to make themselves more noticeable. As a result, many men try to elevate their status as much as possible, and women spend hours dressing up to increase their dating pool. Even though this sounds very carnal, that's how things are in modern society. Of course, some men choose to go monk mode and improve themselves to conquer freedom, not women, and some women choose modesty and don't sleep around. However, today's focus is on those women who objectify themselves and inflate their egos through male attention and validations, but complain when they get approached. Take the example of adult film actresses like Lana Rhoades or Mia Khalifa. Their whole work is now available for everyone on the internet forever. Anyone can go online, look for their videos, and touch themselves to them. When they were working in that industry, these women had no problem with that, and indeed got lots of validation. Nowadays, they feel ashamed of their choices and don't want men to objectify them. All that after profiting from that industry, of course. The case of adult content might be a bit extreme, so let's go back to this attention-seeking, self-objectifying girl. As much as they complain that they get approached or even harassed just because some guys try to flirt with them, it's about time to ask a simple question. Why is that a problem when you post provocative pics online? I mean, a guy trying to talk to you because you're attractive is bad, but is it okay if everyone else on the internet sees your provocative pics at any time? Let's be fair, some girls at the gym wear skin-tight clothes, so it's easy to see their curves and difficult not to stare when the girl is attractive. While some men do get horny just by looking at her curves, other men try to look somewhere else and exercise their discipline. And that's indeed what I strongly recommend to you. That's the best piece of advice I can give you for two simple reasons. Firstly, you will not see women as prizes, but as human beings. And secondly, you'll see a lot of problems and misunderstandings. Let's face it, some girls are so self-centered that they think you're objectifying them just for looking at them. The commandment of lowering your gaze has become very useful in modern times, and this goes well beyond religious discussions, as you can see. Despite all the victimhood and drama these girls create, let's recall something simple yet crucial. If the person staring at them is an attractive guy with a certain social status, these girls are indeed more than happy to be looked at. In fact, they will suggest the guy approach her or even initiate the conversation. You may have even come across TikToks and whatever content where girls are upset that guys don't approach them. Or rather, these kinds of guys. Ma'am, did you want attention? Well, there you have it. Oh, no, not getting the kind of attention from the kind of man you like? Oh. The guys who approach this kind of girl might be just men trying to get her phone number, date, and whatnot. Not all men are creeps, obviously. This is very simple in reality, and let's put genders aside for a while. If you're in the park, enjoying the sun, and don't want anybody to interrupt your moment of solitude, you just let every person approaching you know that you don't want to talk. If he or she insists, that's way more uncomfortable, right? That person could be perceived as annoying or creepy because, well, they are. Why can't they just mind their business and let me enjoy myself? Going back to the gym case, some men are indeed invasive and overly insistent, but most just stop the interaction if the woman rejects them. This is fairly simple, as I said, and there are so many women in the world to just obsess over a hot chick wearing skin-tight clothes in the gym. Plus, men are used to dealing with rejection, so if the chick at hand is not available, it's a guy's duty to look for someone else if that's his goal. All in all, most girls, especially these days, love attention, and women who dress provocatively and shoot videos of themselves getting approached at the gym want a sort of double validation. Firstly, men look at them in the gym, and then they play the victim role by posting this kind of clip on social media. They expect other users to say, "Oh, I'm so sorry, he is a weirdo. Be careful because he looks like a predator," etc. The funny thing is that some girls do want to get approached at the gym, but sometimes they fail because men in that specific place are just focused on their own workouts. Some women are just plain hypocrites. They deserve to be told, if you want attention, don't complain when you get it. In fact, women-only or men-only schools are designed to prevent this kind of behavior. And don't get it twisted, this has nothing to do with religious or traditional stuff. Indeed, many men are freely choosing to look somewhere else because they fear getting called pervs or anything just because they looked at a woman wearing certain clothes. Anyways, I always say, stay strong guys. But on the occasion of this video, go to the gym to get really strong, not to approach girls who could call you a creep. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? In your opinion, why do these women complain when they get the attention they looked for? What does creep even mean to these girls? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you will get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video, guys. Till next time.